What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the 2020 Street Bob. Holy crap on a cracker, this thing's fast. Or quick, let's say quick. So yeah, so we got the 2020 Street Bob out again. No, we're not doing any DMV activities. That was an excitement in a nutshell on that one, right? So let's just get into it, man. What do I think about this bike? It's so cool, dude. This thing is it's like the bobber style bike. I mean, this thing is just awesome. I mean, it looks cool, it's aggressive, it's got these mini apes on it, it's got a freaking phone charger underneath there, so you get a little USB port. I will shoot to a shot right down there. See what I did there? Shoot to a shot. Yeah, man, this thing is just a cool bike. It rides amazing, but this thing just rides smooth. It's amazing. It's got that monoshock rear suspension on it, so it handles like a dream. With that, and the way that new Milwaukee 8 motor is, I mean, it is unbelievable. I mean, but it has a monoshock on it, so it's adjustable, so it handles great, it feels great. Like, look, we're going over one of the worst roads that I know of in Tulsa, and I'm not, like, you've seen me on my road glide over this road, and I'm like, oh god. Not this bike, dude. This bike is amazing, and it has this super light frame on it, so it's so flickable. Hold on, give you some flickableness. Yes. Whoa, that's a King Air right there. Holy crap. I'm looking at the airplane, but I mean, come on, move, move, move. You can see how this thing handles on this road. Whoa. I mean, this thing is just amazing. You can see how I can lean it over. I'm not really fighting it. It's super balanced. Hello, plane. And we're about to go over some train tracks. You notice? I mean, it's not beating me up. It's really amazing. I mean, this bike just leans over. It handles amazing. It really was thought about. It's well balanced, and that power is when you want to get on it, it's there. I mean, that was, I can't tell you how fast. We got this tight hairpin right here. Hard on the brakes. Brakes feel great. Doggos. I mean, it's just a really, really great bike. It's a fun little commuter bike, go to bars, hopping, but you can put a little windshield on it, it clamps around here. And these things you can really cruise. I mean, put cruise control on, I mean, you can do distance. I mean, it's November, what, 24th? It's about 60 something degrees outside, and I got my jacket open. I mean, it's not too hot, too cold, and it feels great. I could ride all day on this thing. And maybe, I'm a short guy, so you can see I'm at pretty much a 90-degree angle with my legs. If you're a little bit taller, you can put forwards on. This one has the mustache bars, you can see, but you can put the forward controls that are going to be right there. I mean, this is a really cool bike. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this thing. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I'll say that's a downside on this bike is this seat. It needs a back, because this new Milwaukee 8 motor, it's a 107, and it does about 110 foot-pounds of torque, really, give or take that. But this thing pulls. Oh, look at you, nice indicator, you little douche canoe. But this thing really does, once you get there in the higher RPMs, it just starts to pull right about 3K. That cam comes on, it's down to that single cam with the new Milwaukee 8. Oh my gosh, like, this is a great bike. It's got that LED front headlight, which obviously you can't see right now, but I mean, it is a bright light. When this is my buddy's bike, and when he rides with me, like, I'm on my Road Glide and I got the normal headlights. I mean, my Road Glide is 2010. I can see this bike, I'm always leading when he drives with me. I can see his headlight past my headlight beam, and he rides behind me. I mean, this bike is amazing with the modern stuff on it, and it's surprisingly affordable. So this is the two-tone with the billiard red and the vivid black. I think it was about like 16,000, give or take. I mean, a base one, like Vivid Black, just the blacked out one, it's like, I think it's like 14, 15K. It's not bad. I mean, it's really not bad. I mean, it's just a fun bike, fun flickable bike, having fun. I mean, you can commute on it. Like, I got my backpack on right now. I got a 511 backpack. Super nice. I mean, on the highway, like I said, the seat's the only issue, because when you get on that power, the seat does not hold you in any way, shape, or form. I'm a small guy and it still doesn't hold me in. So at about when I'm in Mexico and I'm doing about 95 to 100, my feet start coming off the pegs and my butt's like, I'm all the way back here holding on for dear life. Ooh, that's a big bump. So I would suggest putting a new seat on, but this bike I love. I think this is one of the best bikes Harley makes. Just how flickable it is. And that's really the big thing about this bike, is it's just the handling bike. I kind of like to call it a Sportster on steroids, because you have that short wheelbase. Well, not the short wheelbase. It's a longer wheelbase than a Sportster, but you're still having that small, light frame. So yeah, you get that shorter wheelbase than a normal Softail, but you having a longer one than a Sportster. Sorry, I lost my mind. No, so you have that longer wheelbase than a Sportster, so you really get that kind of comfort-wise on it, but you're still having the mini apes, so you having your arms are nice and up. I'm about 5'7", 5'8", give or take. And I mean, I'm pretty comfortable here. These bars are rolled forward for my buddy, but you can roll them back a little bit, just some forward bolts, loosen them up, roll them back, push the controls down. And you get the 6-speed in it. So, like, see, that's the Honor 1200 Sportster. That's what this bike looks like, but this one has the bigger Milwaukee 8 motor on it. You have the 6-speed transmission, so if you did want to get on the highway for longer periods of time, this bike's really good for that. I mean, this is just a cool bike. It rides well, it's smooth. You have, I mean, see, like that bump right there, it was nothing. The cool thing is these frames are hydroformed by like water pressure. I don't know the exact process, but from what I've been told, that they're hydroformed. And these things, I know in the older bikes, I can show you the shred light what I'm talking about. The older bikes, the frame, you would get that like this little shimmy when you were in corners, like hard corners. That was actually the frame kind of flexing. And the frame doesn't do that anymore. Oops, sorry, backpack. So the frame doesn't actually flex anymore on this thing as much as it did before. I mean, obviously you're gonna get a little bit of flexing. Okay, so the cool thing also about this bike is you can add a back seat to it. It doesn't have that back seat, so it really gives you that bobber look and that aggressive ride. But I mean, if you notice, I'm not really in that weird, aggressive, like hunched over. Like, I'm just perfectly fine riding upright, and this bike is perfect for that. If you're gonna have a little bar hopper, this thing is awesome for it, because you know you can add the pipes to it. You can really make it how you want. Look, I'm wearing the Converse, so I can't really do it. But if you notice, like the highway pegs, I mean, it's a mustache bar, but you can use it as highway pegs. It doesn't really work for me. I had to do it like that. But I mean, you can stretch out, get that air flowing up your leg, which feels amazing. I'm trying to get a space so I can show you like really cool handling characteristics of this bike. Oh, okay. There's a little drop that I didn't know about. But see, it doesn't bash you. That's the cool thing about this thing. Like, the bumps don't beat you up or bash you in any way, shape, or form. It's like, I mean, you're just comfort. You're just riding. I can show you right here, there's a really tight turn up here. I'm gonna show y'all like the handling of this bike really well. Like, I know I showed you back there by the airport, but I can really show you. I mean, that says 30. I'm doing, let's see. Of course, the cop had to ruin that, didn't he? Ugh! Sorry, guys. Well, so yeah, I mean, if you notice the acceleration of this thing, I mean, it just pulls. It just pulls really hard, really aggressively. And I mean, this bike is just how it is. I love this thing. I love how it rides. I love the handling. I love everything about it. So if you want something that's a cool bike that looks great, go to the bar, show it off, have something interesting, but yeah, you want to have something that pulls. If you think about it, this is the same motor that they put on those baggers and touring bikes. It's the same engine on this thing, and this bike weighs a little bit less. I mean, this thing weighs about 637 pounds, give or take, 650 pounds. On this small little chassis, this big motor, I mean, it's just an aggressive bike. You can see how it just pulls, you know? And the cool thing also is you get this minimalistic look where you have this little display, this gauge cluster right there. And I mean, it really gives you that information. You have this little trip button, you know, you have your RPM and gear indicator, your miles, trip A, trip B, your fuel range, your time, which we haven't set up yet, and back to the RPM, which I like leaving it on the RPM because that's something important to know, you know, guys? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video at this red light and let you all think about it. I really do suggest this bike as a really cool bike. They're super affordable. Harley Financial's got you, man. I mean, and it's cool with that single cam. It lopes amazing like an old school bike. So see you guys later. I should have another video coming out, but here we go.